gonna get this recording. Good, I'm glad. For me, this last week went by really quickly, so I wasn't sure if you guys felt like you had a long time between our last class and this one, or if it was as fast for you as it was for me.
It was super fast.
Yeah.
It seemed really fast. Like, it's Wednesday? It can't be Wednesday. It's not Wednesday.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you said that, because that's how it was for me too. It was like, poof, oh my gosh. But yay, I'm excited that we're here. Let's just go ahead. Let me pull this up and start. So that way we can stay a little bit on track, because, oh my gosh, we've got a lot to do tonight. Before we do, what I'd like you to do is go around and say your name, just so we can all, remember what it is, and then say the intention you set for your routine and your song title. And you can just go ahead and jump in, just see who's there and just jump in, and we'll make it work that way. So your name, your intention for your routine, and your song title.
I guess I'll go. My name's Nancy, and I missed last week's live class, sorry. My intention is kind of involved, but not really, but I intend to stop taking things personally and to feel secure and safe and know that I am worthy, and people do want to hear from me, and if they don't, just move on.
Amen to that.
And all my song is Hey Look Me Over from Wildcats.
I love that song, by the way. You had emailed me earlier that was your song, and that song has been in my head all afternoon.
And I found a nice version that Lucy did as a tribute to her mother that starts out with a lower tempo that kind of sets more like what fits more with my intention, and it crescendos from a slower tempo, and then like the second verse you start getting more into it. So.
Oh, that's neat. I can't wait to hear that. Okay, who is next?
All right, I guess I'll go next. Let's see, I have my intention written on the paperwork. It is to raise my confidence level, get in touch with myself, and realize my own damn potential. I didn't know I was gonna have to share this. I am a fucking goddess. My chakra is yellow solar plexus. It symbolizes energy, intellect, and the relationship with sun and fire, which is weird because I'm a water sign. So I don't know, I guess I'm gonna develop the other parts because I never thought of me as fire.
Isn't that interesting?
And does our song have to be in English?
Nope.
Okay, well, I picked out a Spanish song that I absolutely love, and I'm kind of glad I picked it out because I didn't really pay attention to the words except just the verse, and when I kind of researched it, it was really much different than what I thought it was. But, and I can send y'all a translation so you kind of know what's going on, but I'm really excited about it.
Oh, I'm curious. I love that. And I think a Spanish song for the fire, that sounds like it would be really perfect.
Awesome. It's like, I don't know if it's my computer, but I can barely hear you now.
Isn't that strange?
Is anybody else?
Yeah, her volume went down.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Like it went really far away.
Is it back now?
No.
Let me switch mics then. And while you guys are doing that, somebody else can, or while I'm doing that, somebody else can jump in.
She said somebody else jump in.
How's that?
Maybe they didn't hear because nobody said anything.
Test, test. Is that working?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Except that now I can't hear you guys.
Oh no.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it working. Tech stuff drives me crazy sometimes. Okay, so who is next? Name, intention, and song. We've got Red, Trish, or Vanessa.
Okay, I just unmuted myself. I
Perfect.
think I'll go.
Good.
Okay, so I'm Trish. I think I was thinking a lot more of the, the duality thing that I was, talking about last week, where, I live kind of in two different worlds with people, and how, it's sometimes it's not honest enough. And, I kind of, don't say things just because I think that they'll not be perceived very well. So I think being more honest and speaking my truth and not being so caught up in, not speaking out. So, and I've been listening to a lot of country music lately. It's kind of a weird thing. But I found this one by Brothers Osborne, and it's called Shoot Me Straight. And I really like it. Because it's just, it's all about just be honest with me. Just, if you got something to say, just say it.
Wow.
So
I like that.
that's okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Good. Thank you. I can't wait to hear that. All right, Red or Vanessa?
I'll go. So my name's Vanessa, and so I really am working on my sacral and especially my solar plexus. So I picked Titanium by Sia, and I was thinking kind of having like a phoenix type theme with a lot of like oranges and yellows and like reds.
That sounds amazing. And then what about your song?
Oh, the song was gonna be Titanium by Sia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said that, and I heard that went right in my brain and out the other side. Love it. All right, Red, you are the last one, Miss Velvet.
All right, so I'm Red Velvet, and my intention is to work on power and also flow. So focusing on being grounded, but not so much that I'm stuck. And my song is River by Bishop Briggs.
Nice. I can't wait to see all of these routines. This is going to be so much fun. Okay, so we've got our intentions, we've got our songs. Did you all print your lyrics out? Perfect. I'm glad. I know it's funny to say print them out, but trust me, you're going to want them printed out because when you're doing a song map, it's really important to see the structure of the song and then to be able to compare it to the structure of your journey. So before we get into all of that, we are going to do a quick dance break. And what I want you to do on the I Know, woohoo, we're doing Express Yourself, Madonna, of course. And as we're doing it, I'm going to walk you through, I'm going to say a list of things. And this is the quality of movement. One is circles versus lines, rocks versus bounces, blossoming versus wilting, high versus low, grounded versus flying, big versus small, and open versus closed. And if you know which chakra you are working on, keep that in your mind as you dance and as I call out the different things, and just see how you can get that energy to move. Okay, there is no right, there is no wrong. You cannot fail. Just have fun. You don't need any space. Just whatever works for you works the best. And it doesn't matter if you're cut off of the frame or not. So let's get up and start moving. And the first thing is circles versus lines. So I want you to think about circles. You can put them in your arms. You can put them in your legs. You can put them in your hips. And you don't have to do what I'm doing at all. Just move. Anything circle. So you can be going around. Just circle it out. Thinking about your chakra. Where is it? What's going on? And circles stir up energy. So the second thing, I'm going to go back here a little bit more. After you do circles, where you're stirring it up, you've got a line. And a line is point A to point B. So a line is having direction. And it's going from one direction to another direction. It's clear. It's precise. And again, you can do it with your arms, your legs, your hips. It's about direction, direction, direction. So, as you're doing your choreography, circles to stir up energy, and a line once you know where you're going. All right. The next thing is a rock versus a bounce. You can do a rock, which is like the basic step touch at the nightclub. You can rock forward and back. You can rock the head, the arms, and a rock, you've got some movement with it, but you've kind of got that momentum that sends you front and back. Versus a bounce. And you kind of have to create a bounce a little bit more. Takes a little bit more energy. So you can bounce up, you can bounce out, you can bounce just with a part of your body. A twerk is a great bounce. Good. So, after you've got the bounce, you're very direct with it, you're very committed, versus the rock, which is a little bit more non-committal. It's a middle for flow. A couple of you are talking about flow. The next thing is blossoming versus wilting. Blossoming, coming out, expressing, moving, out, over. You can even blossom with your legs. Blossom. It's all away from the midline, pushing versus wilting, coming towards the midline. And a wilt isn't always sad, and a blossom isn't always happy. It's towards the midline, away. So wilt and blossom. Wilt, blossom, wilt, and blossom. The next one is one of my favorite. It's tension versus ease. You can do tension, tension, or you can do ease. So, are your movements easy? They're just easy and moving. Or do you have tension? And again, tension isn't bad. This is like a sensual move. You want to put tension into it because that's what's leading up. You can have the tension in your face versus ease. Now, the grounded You can bounce in a ground, you can circle in a ground, but you're very connected to the floor. You can step touch, whatever works. Toe drags, you're grounded. Your whole foot's on the floor. The weight is low. Versus flying, you're on the toes. And even if you're not bouncing, you can still move and stay high. Flying. Now, you can be big and grounded. So if you're thinking about that phoenix, this is grounded and flying. You're pulling both polarities. Versus, I'm out of here and I'm going and I'm not grounded. Perfect. The last one. We've got that open. I'm here. I'm here. I'm full. Versus closed. Closed tends to be side body. You can only see a little bit of me. I'm all here. Closed. You can also use like with a hat, closing the face. Think about Michael Jackson, Beat It. Open, close. Think about the Madonna. Think about, what is it, the Uma Thurman? Partially closing, partially opening. It's a tease. It's a partial mask. What do you see? Think about hair flips. What makes hair flips so good is you're covering. It's closed and it's open. Closed and it's open. Legs, closed, open. Awesome. All right, take a breath. Bring your energy back down. Ground into your feet. And I want you to move your hand to the chakra that you may be working on. And just breathe and settle right into that energy. All right. Woohoo! That felt good. Come on back. We'll dance again in a minute. But for now, I want you to grab out your song list and a pen. And I'm going to teach you about mapping the song. The first thing you're going to do when you map a song is you're going to notice where it's the chorus and where it's the verse. So the song that I pulled out is Hit Me With Your Best Shot. And my intention on that is to go from caring about judgment, from being impacted by judgment, from being hurt by judgment, to being really okay just to be who I am. So to go from being armored to powerful but open. Okay, so as I'm looking at Hit Me With Your Best Shot, there's a verse, and then the chorus is Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? So what I do is every single time there's the chorus, I just put, see if you can see that, little tiny brackets around it. So I notice on this song, the chorus happens 3 times. Between the chorus, I've got the verse 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So that gives me a little bit of information about the structure of my song, the balance of the chorus and the verse. You can use the lyrics if they're meaningful to you, but you don't have to kind of help you decide, where is the major action going to be taking place? Is it going to be taking place during the chorus, or is it going to be taking place during the verse, or maybe a combination? But it just gives you a little bit of an idea about how you might like to structure it. And the reason we have a chorus that repeats time and time and time again in a song is humans like routine. We like structure and we like routine and we like knowing things. It makes us comfortable. So sometimes when people are choreographing a routine, they think they have to do something totally different on every single chorus, totally different on every single word. And I say, repeat it. If you're comfortable hearing the chorus 3 times, your audience is going to be comfortable watching something 3 times. Does that make sense? Okay. And you can do the exact same thing, step, touch, kick, 2, 3, 4. Or you can do the same thing with modifications. Perhaps every time there's the chorus, you remove a different layer of clothing. You reveal something else about your journey. So if my journey is going from being armored up and defensive against criticism to powerful and open, I might start off wearing armor. Like if you think about a knight in shining armor, I might have some armor. So the first chorus, I might remove the helmet and show you that, hey, there's a woman under this armor. I'm not just a suit of armor. There's a woman under here. And this hurts. The next chorus, I might remove more of the armor. I might take off the boots. I might drop a sword and a shield and take off my boots. So suddenly I'm becoming more human and I'm looking a little bit more vulnerable. Look, I have hands, they're soft. Ooh, I even have painted nails. I don't, but in the routine. Wow, look at my feet. I'm a human. Then the next chorus, I might take off the main armor, and what would I reveal underneath? If I want to be soft yet powerful, I might reveal something that's pink. I might have a soft pink dress. I might have a pink negligee. Total dichotomy there, from armor to a negligee. The armor could be heavy. If it's, real metal, the material on the dress or the negligee underneath might be very flimsy. To show the audience the difference between, this is the front that I'm presenting, you can't hurt me and I can take you on, versus as I expose a little bit more, I'm very soft, I'm very filmy, I'm very sensitive, I'm an empath. You can see through this fabric because I'm empathetic, because I'm feeling all of this. So those are some major action points that can be happening. And again, it's all dependent on you. This is your routine. Yes, you can go down to like a bra, to pasties, to a swimsuit, to a dress, to a corset. You choose what works for you based on the message, the journey, and the intention. So as I'm going through this song, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to want to take this off. I'm going to want to drop my weapons. I'm going to want to reveal this soft negligee. And then at some point, I might even take that off and show you my heart that's underneath. So that could be maybe a bra or a corset that balances both the strength of one thing and the power of something else. So once you kind of start knowing the order of action and what's going on, then you can start planning it. So if I'm going to do most of my action on the chorus, hit me with your best shot, the chorus is hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot, fire away. So wow, fire away sounds like take things away. So maybe I can do the same dance step or similar, and then on fire away, I take it off. So then the audience gets used to, oh, it's coming. It's coming because I know these lyrics, fire away. She's going to do something. And then the excitement is building. And we talk about that tension and ease. And that's what you want to create in your routine, a sense of that tension and ease. So what do you think so far? What are you thinking? Okay, perfect. I am going to, before I play the music, I'm going to say one other thing. The other thing that I want you to be aware of when you're mapping your song, besides chorus and verse, is there's always musical interludes, usually at the beginning, somewhere about half to 3/4 of the way in, and then sometimes at the ending too. And when you listen to your song, just count in an 8 count or a 4 count. Most music is written, you know, in the 4/4 time, and usually you can just do an 8 count. Sometimes if it's a waltz, reach out to me and I'll show you how to count it. But it's good to know where the musical interludes are in your song, because the musical interludes are always different. So you've got all these sameness, even when the verse has different words, it's the same musically. But the musical interludes are where you really break free. It's the guitar solo. We just lost Eddie Van Halen. Think about all of his guitar solos. I didn't know he did the Michael Jackson Beat It guitar solo. Did you guys know that? Blew my mind when I found that. I was like, he did? I didn't know that. So a guitar solo or any musical interlude, any solo, is where you can kind of break out too. That's your chance within the journey, within the routine, to do something, to let your hair down. That can be freestyle dance. That can be move in a way that's really comfortable and unique to you. Or that can be to tell some sort of a backstory or a piece of information. So I'm going to play Hit Me With Your Best Shot, just so you can kind of see how I do it. So then when you go to do this, you'll really know what to do. So let me open this up. Pat Benatar, there we go. First 8 count. Second 8 count. Third 8 count. 4 8 counts. So there's 4 at the beginning. So I just write down 4. There was the verse. Here's the chorus, first round. So maybe choreography that I know in this, maybe taking off my helmet, done with it. Second verse. Chorus. Musical interlude. 2. Third 8 count. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. So I just put in my little 8 where it was. So it's the chorus repeated twice, but it's slightly different at the end to wrap it up. So I can do 2 things back to back there. So then there, I would note that I've got 5 8 counts at the end, and it's got kind of that fade, that slow down, that decrescendo at the end. So then suddenly it doesn't feel that overwhelming that, oh my God, I have this whole routine and I've got all this stuff and and I'm not a dancer and how can I put all this in? Suddenly all of a sudden you start seeing, okay, really, I've got 4/8 counts at the beginning. I've got a musical interlude of 8 that I can just freestyle and let it go. I've got 8/8 counts at the end. Then I just have a few verses and a chorus. And since I already know that the action is going to take place on the chorus, suddenly it just makes it a lot less intimidating. And then that way too, as you're performing it, you always know that a chorus is going to show up again. So even if you get horrifically lost, guess what? The chorus is going to show up. And if you always do the same thing or somewhat the same thing on the chorus, then you always know how to find your way home. Pretty amazing, huh? Just like in life. So just like in life, if you can always find that chorus, you can always find your way back home again, no matter what happens with the crazy musical interlude, no matter what happens with the different verses. Okay, so I know that you don't have your song there right now, so you don't know all of this, so it is not perfect. But that will be your homework this week, is to do what we just did right there, play the song, count it out, and just do that little map and just kind of see what the structure is. But what I want us to do right now, is flip the song sheet over, and I want you to write your intention where you start. So it might be where you start is uptight and you want to go to free and flowing. It might be that you start off not speaking your truth and you go to fully expressing yourself. It might be that you're really afraid of what people think to just being yourself. And then I want you to write down those steps that you might need to go through to get where you want to be. Just like I did. I would need to start taking off, and I did it costume related, and you don't have to do it costume related if you're not there yet. Think about, okay, I need to get more confident. I need to maybe practice expressing myself around my family. I need to develop some more resiliency. I need to maybe read a book or take a class, learn this skill. I need to, and just write your order of action to get you there. So it's the staircase, the step by step. And I will give you a couple of minutes to do that. And just like I said in the email, this doesn't have to be perfect. It's not, you know, if you're thinking this isn't exactly the right order, it's okay. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do that.
Laura,
Yeah.
do we include anything about the chakra in there?
If that's something that, if that's something that you want to do, absolutely. Because if it's the blossoming of it, the developing of it, the connection of it, yes. And if you're sitting there going, I can't, just write, you know, the order of action generically. Either way is fine. And what I'm writing down on mine, just kind of so to get for, you know, for thinking, I start having armor that is protecting me, but it's really getting too heavy to carry. So I need to take off the armor. When I do that, I'm going to get hurt because I'm not used to it. Then I'm going to recover and I'm going to learn to get a little more bold. Then I'm going to get hurt again, and it's not going to be that bad this time. So this time I'm going to bear it all. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to stand there and I'm going to take it. And then somebody's going to try to hurt me and I'm okay. So I go from heavy, too much, can't do it, to, hey, hit me with your best shot. I'm fine. You can't knock me down. Okay, how are you doing? Questions? Jump in with questions if you've got them. Everybody else has them. Okay, wherever you're at, hang out with that, because you'll have time to finish that this week, if not when I put you in your breakout rooms. For right now, what I want you to do is dance my story. And what I'm going to have us do is we're going to act out, dance, breathe, move, and feel both my beginning state and my ending state. And as we do this, I want you to remember that there is power in stillness. It's so easy to get nervous and to think we have to be in constant motion. But our whole society is really hung up on doing, when truly the power is in being. And sometimes there is nothing more powerful than even just sitting and just feeling. So when I say we're going to act some things out, please don't feel the pressure that you have to do things and you have to create and you have to put your face in the right way and you have to do whatever is coming through that feeling. Okay, so if mine is going from wearing armor to protect myself, that's too heavy. So let's think about the chakras around that. The red root, I'm not free. I'm burdened. It's heavy. Moving up, the sacral. I'm not having sweetness and joy and dance in my life because I'm carrying these heavy burdens. I don't really have my power, my solar plexus, because I'm just relying on this external source of power. I can't connect with my heart because I'm protected. I let no pain in, but I let no joy in either. My voice can't carry when it's covered up. I can't see what's in front of me, and I'm certainly not connected to spirit. So my chakras are pretty much all shut down. But I think the biggest one is heart. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be heartbroken. So I'm protecting that. So for this first piece of movement, I want you to move like that. You're armored. You're protected. It protects you, but it's too heavy. Okay? And I'm going to put on some music, stand up, and I want you to take a moment to move into that space and what it feels like to dance armored up, to dance protected, to act out. Don't get stuck in the doing, act out, move. And the song I'm going to use is Not Afraid anymore. I am not afraid anymore, standing in the eye of the storm, ready to face this, dying to taste this sick, sweet aurora. I am not afraid anymore, I want what you got in store. I'm ready to feed now, get in your seat now, and touch me like you never. And as you're moving, I want you to think about some of those qualities of movement that we talked about. Circles versus lines. I'm not really stirring up any energy. So for me, it doesn't feel circular and flow. It feels very like, oh, it's heavy. Rock versus bounce. I can't, I'll bounce a little bit, then I wear out. Blossoming versus withering. It's really hard to blossom when you're wearing armor. Tension versus ease. It's too exhausting to really even have a lot of tension, but it certainly isn't ease. Grounded versus flying. I'm definitely grounded here. I'm not free. My chakras are dimmed. My heart, that green light, nobody is coming in. It's inward. So it's all towards midline. I'm trying, but I can't break out. So everything is in. The move comes in. I'm pulling in. I'm closed. All right. Now I want you to pause for a second. By the end of this routine, I'm going to pause that. The end of my routine, what I want to create is free. I'm unarmored. I'm open, but I'm powerful. I'm not just bouncy, blah, blah, blah. I'm powerful and I can take the pain. You hit me with your best shot and you're not knocking me down. I've got it. My heart's open. I'm going to let you in if you're worthy. And I will share myself with you if we've got that mutual thing going because I am in my power. So think about those chakras. That is all of my chakras a little bit on fire. We're going strong with that, but mostly that's about my heart. And I love me and I know my boundaries and I'm willing to connect with somebody else who's healthy and in their boundaries. Make sense? So let's move, same song, but let's move to that and see how that feels. Act it out, move it. So for me, I feel more circular. I'm stirring stuff up. My power is coming out. Oh yeah. And I'm pulling that. I feel more like I'm flying, but I'm also healthily connected because I'm in my power. And I can rock, and I can bounce. And a lot of my movement is away from midline because I'm open. And I know where I'm going. And I'm safe enough to turn my back to you because I know you're not going to hurt me. And even if you do, it's going to be okay. So I can fill my space. And I can get high. And I can get low. And I can be everywhere. And I can be safe and powerful in my non-movement as well. Because I can feel, let me stop that, because I can feel the silence with my own power. All right, mic's on. How do you feel?
Well, I
Scared and
understand
excited.
songs more. Is it okay?
Yes.
I mean, I knew songs tell a story when they obviously tell a story, but I didn't really think about all songs telling a story and going from one place and ending up in a different place. And I really like how you've clarified that journey for us. So yeah, it made me understand the open and closed movements and the grounded and the flying, and yeah, I really understand that more. That just adds a whole different contextualization to the song.
Good. I'm glad. Who else?
I felt
It's
like
still scary. Oh, go ahead. It's
I don't know
still
who
scary.
Nancy.
Yeah. It's still scary, but I'm doing it.
It is scary, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you for being brave enough to say that, because it is scary. And we're so used to moving how we're supposed to move. You know, moms move like this, women move like this, you know, confident people move like this. We're so locked into what we should look like. And I think especially as women, we're hyper focused on what is my face doing? What is my hair doing? What is my posture doing? We're really,
What is my underarm doing?
yeah. What's jiggling? What's not jiggling? Yeah. So thank you for saying that, because this truly is our chance just to let the energy flow through our body.
I think the energy was different the first time versus the second time. I mean, it was just more, you know, like you were saying, be more open the second time and be closed off the first time. So I felt like it was just, you know, the different energy, just a very concrete way of saying this is how different it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
I found it interesting too, because like even though the first, you know, like is supposed to protect you, it actually felt more limiting.
So much yes. And isn't that the truth with whatever it is that we're facing? You know, whether it's not speaking our truth, whether it's putting up with a relationship that we know we should have left years ago, whether it's being in a job that feels like it's the golden handcuffs, whether it's, you know, whatever it is, living in a house, not speaking your mind, whatever it is, we think that it's here to protect us, but it just makes it harder. So thank you all. Vanessa, do you have something or are you good?
No, it was just really interesting. Like I felt a lot of things like move up to like the heart chakra.
Yeah. Yeah. Hearts, all the chakras are can be painful in a way, but especially when the heart comes up, it's like, you can really feel it. Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put you in breakout rooms because I want us to pair up. And what I want us each to do, or what I want you each to do, is tell your partner your before and your after. And then I want each to dance the before for about a minute, and then to dance the after for about a minute. So if Trish and I were paired up, I would tell her my before and after, and we would dance them both. And then she would tell me her before and after, and we would dance them both. Okay?
Do
And
we use their song, or what song are we doing it to?
oh, well, that's what I was going to challenge you guys with. If you've got your song on your phone, feel free to play it. If you don't have your song on your phone or handy, that is totally okay. You don't even have to have a song to do it. You can just fill into this space. Okay? So does anybody not have a way to access their song?
I don't know how to do like accessing the song and playing it to the other person in my room.
Got it. You know what? And I don't know if I can control being hooked up. I don't know if I could control being your partner. If I can do that for you. If not, just spend a little bit of time moving without the music.
Okay.
Does
Okay.
that sound good?
Is there a way to like connect a song or something like that? Or you just know how to do it?
Not that I know how to. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how to do it, because on mine, I just open Spotify on my laptop and I type in the song and it plays. And then same thing. Oh, you could YouTube it. You could just YouTube it and just play it, and it'll pick up on your mic. That would work.
Sorry.
Bless you. Nope, that's okay. Yeah, so YouTube it. So find your mic, and let me see if I can get us into the breakout rooms. 2, 3. So let's see if we can make this work. If somebody is in, oh, no. Let me see, recreate. Ooh, look, I can do this manually. Let me see if I can do this. Ha ha ha. Assign Gina. Oh, I can do this. This is going to be so good. Assign. And then breakout room. There we go. Okay, we'll see if we can do this. Trish, if you end up alone, I will get you back, I promise.
Am I with you, Vanessa? No, I can't tell. Oh, here.
Okay, did that work? Yay, it worked. We're together.
Good. Okay, yay. I unmuted myself. Yay.
Okay, yay, perfect. Okay, so what is your song?
Do you want to type it into your stuff so you can play it? Because I don't know how to like work that. Okay, exactly. So YouTube, go to Brothers Osborne.
Okay.
It's called Shoot Me Straight.
Shoot Me Straight. There we go. Okay. So I found that.
Is it a live version or is it a official video?
I don't know. Here's a little bit of it. That it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Yay. Okay. So since we already danced my intentions, we can just focus on yours.
Okay.
What is the first one, where are you coming from?
I think what I'm coming from is just like being like cast in this role where, you know, I'm scheduled, I'm you know, I have to do all these things for other people, and kind of having to take care of myself all by myself.
Yes.
And then kind of what I want to get to is like I have a voice, I'm open, I can, I'm trusted, I'm that kind of thing. I'm in control of my own life, basically, or just in control of what makes me happy.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. What chakra are you working on?
The sacral.
Okay. Sacral. Okay. Perfect.
I think
So-
that's right.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, that's the one that came to me when you were explaining all of them.
Yep. No, that is absolutely right. And since that's a lot about that joy and that pleasure and everything, that's exactly what it is. Okay.
Okay.
So let's hop up and let's spend about the first minute moving into that overly scheduled, overly responsible, all of that stuff.
And I have a couple of ideas about like how I want to do it.
Yeah.
So like you were talking about the armor being covering.
Yes.
I was thinking like an apron.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love that. That's perfect.
And then like finding all these things in my apron pockets.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so let's do about a minute of how it feels to move to dance burdened. And I can't wait to hear the song.
It's so funny.
It sounds like it.
Okay, I can't hear it through mine.
Oh, can't you?
No.
Right there.
There we go.
That work?
Yeah.
What it makes me want to do is like run but not go anywhere. You know, it's like I can't go anywhere. I can't do what I can't. Okay. So now going into having a voice, being in charge of what makes you happy, moving all of that. Okay, so moving into having it. Can you still hear the song?
No, it's very faint. I can barely hear it.
Isn't that weird? Let me try this.
There we
How's
go.
that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. Going to having it all. Being in control.
Shoot me straight. Shoot me straight. Come on.
And then I'm going into that chakra a little bit, and I'm just feeling like moving through it.
Okay, it goes on for a while.
Okay. Ah, get that pause. like that
And
song.
yeah, it's kind of cool.
It's fun.
Yep.
So how does that feel? Does that feel good?
Yeah. I mean, I think just kind of watching it was like, okay, that's what I could do. And yeah, that's what I can do.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I want it to be really, really slow at the first and really kind of faster and faster at the end. So, when you were asking us like the fetishes and stuff like that,
Yes.
so I was thinking that, since I've become a barber, that using the straight razor has become kind of a weird fetish for me.
I
It's like,
love that. And these rooms are
like,
about to close out too. Yeah.
okay, well, it's like, do you trust me? Do you not? It could cut you or it could just shave you.
I love that. That is so
So-
fun. Oh my God. So are you going to use a straight razor in your routine, I hope?
Yeah, but without a blade. I would cut myself so bad.
I love that. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So anyways, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh my God. Yeah, that is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely perfect.
Because I was just brainstorming it down here and I was like, well, I could find all sorts of things in my pockets. And
Oh yeah. And I really like that because from all of the things that are your have-tos in life, whether it's bills or cooking or yeah.
that one's just completely different.
Oh yeah. I love that. That is a really good idea.
Okay. I'm going to mute myself.
We weren't ready yet. It took us out of our thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. How far
We
did
were
you guys
having
get?
fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
I
Okay,
love her song. Gail's got the greatest song.
I want to hear. Okay, so tell all of your breakout room stories. What did you figure out? What did you learn? What was hard? What do you need help with? Tell me. Tell everyone.
Well, should we tell what about our partner's song or about our own song?
About your partner's song.
Oh, awesome. So Nancy's is really cool. So she's this girl is talking and she's like real closed and she starts real soft and real shy. And then she gets a little bit bigger. It's really great how it kind of crescendos. And at the end, she's like, wow, wow. And she's all open and reaching for the sky and louder. And so she's really comes out of her shell at the end. And that's all I can tell you.
I like that.
And Gina's got the greatest song about water flowing on you and about being broken into jagged pieces and having a flower growing in you. And I mean, I can't wait to see what she does. I mean, because she was trying to translate it for me because it's in Spanish, so it made sense. But it sounds like a song too that starts from closed up and she just opens and shows her entrepreneur and her confidence, and I could take on anything is what I got from Gina.
I love that. So did you guys dance each other's?
We kind of we were just more talking about what do we do, or do you think this is the way you should start it, and then just different. We talked about the mapping more than I did, at least, what.
Yeah.
Because
no,
I think I need to do the mapping.
Yeah, it helps. Okay, more stories.
So Vanessa's song is really cool, and it starts out a little more tentative and then it gets stronger and more powerful, and she was showing me examples of her movement quality, and definitely like more inward and smaller, and then really blossoming out and getting bigger. So it looks really exciting.
Love it. Now, did you dance hers at all?
No, we didn't have time to do that.
Yeah. Okay. And then Vanessa.
Okay, and for Red Velvet's song, her intention was to work with her root and sacral. And for her song, there were a lot of like really like sensual movements, and I thought that was really cool. And it's also kind of has a similar thing of kind of starting contracted and then kind of expanding out.
Love it. Ah. Well, Trisha's, we had a lot of fun with it because she is, I'm just sharing all of this. She's got the country song and she's got the straight edge razor because she's a barber. And she was talking about kind of like that tension between, do you trust me? Because I could hurt you with this, or I could really shave you well. And she was talking about like going from being overscheduled, doing all the things that she didn't really want to do, and maybe having like an apron with all this just crap in the pockets, you know, to get rid of. And then going to having a voice and to really being in charge of the things that make her happy. And it was, I thought it was interesting. I actually, since we had already done as a group mine, I danced her song and then I danced her intentions with her. And I thought it was interesting because I noticed at the beginning of the song, I felt trapped. And I said to her, I feel like running, but not going anywhere. So it was kind of like doing the little Running Man thing, you know, where you're just moving and you're not going anywhere. And then to the end of the song, where she's free and she's in charge, I started moving around my whole space. And it wasn't really even dancing. It was just like, woo, I'm in control and I can actually go somewhere now. And I just noticed that in the change of the energy around that. And what we're going to do this again next week, where we're going to partner up with somebody. And during the next week, I really want you to, I'll give you guys some more time, maybe 10 whole minutes, where you each can really dance the other person's song. So you can have a lot of time, you know, playing with that movement and creating that movement and feeling it. Do you have any other comments or questions about mapping, about the chakras, about the movement qualities, about anything, either from last week or this week? Oh, Nancy, you're on mute.
I know, I need to unmute.
There we go.
I noticed that once I figured out, I think my red chakra is what I'm concentrating on. I noticed myself at work, because we are very socially distanced and we have stand-up desks and stuff. If I started to get stressed, I'd stand up and just start moving my hips and like, just. So it did make a difference, because today was a very bad day at work. But I noticed when I stood up and I just did a figure 8 or something with my hips, because red chakra, the bottom part, I just concentrated on that. It just helped me move on to like, all right, I got it this far. I can make it to the next stop sign, you know, just make, and once I'm at that stop sign, then I can turn the corner, but not, and I'm still in my head a lot, very much my head. Oh gosh, I'm very much in my head, and I'm very left-brained. I mean, I think everything, overthink and over justify and just overthink everything. And that's what I'm trying to, I wasn't there, but that's one reason I wanted to take the class, is maybe to help bring out some right brain and stop being so structured and taking care of everybody. And so I've started, after watching the video from last week, I'm noticing a little more. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
So it was interesting. I mean, even today I felt lighter. I mean, before the class, I mean, I was just thinking, oh, okay, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm outside of my box, totally doing this, and I'm still doing it. I thought a few times about backing out, saying, oh, I'm sorry, my mom's sick. But I didn't. I'm here.
I'm glad you didn't. And thank you for saying that. And yes, you're absolutely right. And not only do we have, a natural tendency to be in our head, but think about what we have been rewarded for. Use your head, think that through. We're rewarded for getting out of our bodies and for being into our head. But our heads are great at thinking. There's nothing wrong with that. But our bodies feel, and our bodies contain emotion. And our bodies truly are the energetic electric nerve center for our whole body, for our whole spirit. And you can be a little brain or you can be a whole body. And being a whole body encompasses the brain too. Don't forget that. And I'm going to stand up for this. You guys can do this seated or standing. The human energy field, I'm going to kneel, goes out as far as your fingertips. So if you think about yourself when you're in that thought mode, feel how small you feel, because you're like in this brain. I have to do this. I have to buy this. I have to go here. I have to do this. Oh my gosh, it's a virus. Do I have, versus this is where your energy is, all the way around your body. And when you're moving through those chakras and moving through, like you said, the circles stir up that energy, knowing where it's at, doing this 3 or 4 times, doing this. If you're stuck, move. Move. Sometimes if you're stuck at your desk, if you literally just take your computer somewhere else, you have physically moved your energy, you physically moved your body, you'll break yourself out of it. Think about what's going on in your body, because what happens in your body is what happens in your mind, is what happens in your experience, is what happens in your relationship with other people. So if you're stuck, you can stir up that energy and move. And it totally helps. It absolutely helps every single time. Always, and I'll send you an email with all of these things, but think about the quality of movements again: circles and lines, rocks and bouncing, blossoming versus withering. If somebody's criticizing you, God, this dinner you put on the table was awful. Why it's all cold? It's not cold. What do you want to do? Instead, you can counter that with an away from the midline. That's not my problem. I did the act of service and it didn't come out as I intended, and it might not have come out as how you intended. And my energy is still coming out, and I'm still offering love, and I'm still in service, and I'm still in gratitude. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Good. Anything else before we do the closing meditation? Nope. Okay.
I just want to say thank you for
welcome.
doing this. And I remember when I saw you speak in person and you talked about being a lawyer, and then you brought it up again. Every once in a while that comes through my head. It's like, why should you have to wear pants and put your hair up if you know what the heck you're doing?
Yeah, you shouldn't. You absolutely shouldn't. For the closing meditation, I want you to think about what kind of a woman would take this journey. The journey that you're taking in your routine. The story that you're telling. The intention that you've set. What kind of a woman does that? What kind of a woman lets go of all of this cumbersome stuff and steps into her own power? What kind of a woman takes a step to break out of her head and move into her body? What kind of a woman moves into flow and grace and grounded and ease? What kind of a woman does that? So I think everybody's microphone is off. Yes, they are. Get comfortable. And I don't care if you close your eyes. I don't care if you just cast your gaze down at your lap. But just breathe. And I want you to drop out of your head and into that entire body and energy field. Now it includes your brain. I want you to be the whole of your being. Feeling the present, the past, the future, feeling it all. See if you can feel where your skin ends and the air begins. On your arms, on your cheeks, on your legs. And just breathe. And move yourself into oneness, into the all, into everything that you are. And then take your hands, and I want you to slowly make fists with those hands. And I want you to slowly squeeze tighter and tighter, feeling the tension move up the forearms, feeling those fingers, maybe feeling the fingernails pressing into your palms, the fingers moving tight towards each other. Tight, tight, maybe even the biceps contracting tight as you can for 3. Tighter, 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 2. Increase that tension. Oh, maybe even in your neck and your head, 1, and then release. And notice how that tension dissipates out through the physical body, through the energy field, through the brain. Move your shoulders up towards the ears, creating tension in the neck and the back and the ribs, and just pull them up tighter, hunching tighter, 3, tighter, 2, tighter, 1, tight, 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 and relax. And feel that tension drop. Wherever you're at, squeeze those legs together, tight, tight, press them. It can be the knees or the feet or the inner thighs. Pull, tighten the belly, contract, squeeze your tush, grab, squeeze those glutes. Everything is tight and just tight and tighter, tighter. 3, even feel the belly. 2, 1, and then relax and let it go. The body can hold tension. The body can release tension. But as you move into that energy field around your body, fingers distance away, all the way around, notice what that energy field feels like. That no matter what's going on in your body, whether it's tension, whether it's relaxation, that energy field is still present and it still cocoons you in safety and support. And sometimes all you need to do is move out of that body and into that energy that surrounds you, into the peace and the support that is always around you in order to feel good. Breathe and ask yourself this question. What kind of a woman takes this journey? What kind of a woman takes this journey that I am creating through my routine? Is she brave? Is she bold? Is she powerful? Is she creative? Come up with about 3 things that she is. That kind of a woman. What does she look like? What does a woman who takes this journey look like? What does a woman who takes this journey do? Does she create space for herself, for her pleasure, for her joy? Does she speak her mind freely? Does she spend money on herself? Does she put boundaries around relationships? What does she do? And then lastly, what does a woman who takes this kind of a journey have? What does she have? Does she have support? Does she have a whole team of women who has her back? What does she have? Does she have time to read? Does she have time to journal? What does she do? Who is she? What does she look like? And what does she have? Without trying, just let one of those things bubble to the surface for you. Just one. Don't work too hard. It could be she's got courage. It could be she makes the time for herself. It could be something as simple as she colors her hair and gets it cut regularly. It doesn't matter. Just let one thing bubble to the surface. And breathe. And know that you are this woman. You are the kind of woman who takes this journey because you already have. You have already committed. You have already made the first 2 steps by showing up. You've already found the song. You've already mapped the song. You've already had the idea. You've already set the intention. You've already worked with that chakra. You are the kind of woman who takes this journey. And that woman is you. And I want you to feel that in your mind, in your thoughts. And you can even repeat to yourself, that woman is me. I am. And affirm for yourself whatever it was that bubbled up. I am the kind of woman who I am. And then let that knowingness move into your body. And if you want to move your body or clench and release or stretch, or if you just want to passively move in, that's fine too. But move that knowingness out of your head and into your body. I am this kind of a woman. I am bold, brave, creative, whatever it is. And then lastly, push that out into that energy field that's all around you. That energy field that has got you no matter what. Your energy field has you, whether or not you've got a wicked case of monkey mind going on. That energy field has you, even if you are sick or sore or tired or wired on caffeine or tense. That energy field has you, and it supports you as long as you are alive. That energy field has got you. So breathe. Move your hand to the chakra that you are working on, or to the chakra that feels most appropriate for you right now in this moment, and silently affirm to yourself, I am that kind of woman. I am the kind of woman who takes this journey, who commits to myself, who invests in myself, time, energy, dedication, a knowingness that no matter what, I am worthy and I am worth it. Slowly, in whatever way feels best to you, start returning into your body and your mind, into the room that you're in. Whether it's moving your body or opening your eyes or both, take all the time that you need and return. But as you return, take that knowingness that I am the kind of woman who does this, because watch me, I have been doing it. And welcome back. For next week, I want you to keep moving into, what is my motivation around this? About what kind of a woman does this? Because you are the kind of woman who does that. So just keep playing with that this week, knowing that whoever you think you already are that person. You're just uncovering her. You're stripping out of these layers to reveal what's already there underneath. If you have any questions, please reach out. And if you have anything that you wish to close with today, you can do that as well. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week. Thank you for being here.